RingConn Gen 2 versus RingConn Gen 2 Air. Which is the better smart ring and which one should you buy? I'm gonna make this the easiest choice you've made all week. And I'll tell you up front, I actually think the name RingConn Gen 2 Air is a little bit misleading. Really, a better name would have been the RingConn Gen 2 Lite, because it's not smaller. It just offers slightly less features at a lower price point. So the real question then becomes, are those features worth the $100 price difference to you? Let's find out. The standard RingConn Gen 2 starts at $300, while the Gen 2 Air starts at $200. Now, I've tested every major smart ring on the market, and I assure you, these are the cheapest of the competent smart rings. Trust me, if you try to go any cheaper than this with some off-brand AliExpress garbage, you're going to regret it. The RingConn Gen 2 Air has a small indent you can feel with your finger to make sure it's positioned correctly, but other than that, the aesthetic design is pretty much the same. The RingConn Gen 2 Air offers only 2 color options so far, silver and gold, and the standard RingConn Gen 2 has the wider color selection. You've got silver, matte black, gold, and rose gold. The only thing I really don't like about RingConn's pricing is that on the standard model, they charge more for the rose gold option, which I view as a kind of shitty pink tax type thing. But other than that, either ring is pretty objectively going to be a great deal. And I'll drop some discount links down below, which I'll keep updated with whatever the best sale currently is, so you can get a great deal on a great deal. And using those links will help support the channel, which I always appreciate. But seriously, either of these rings will track your health metrics just as accurately as Oura, while being way more affordable and having no greedy subscription fees. RingConn also absolutely crushes every other smart ring on battery life. It's not even close. I have no idea how they do it, but both my RingConn Gen 2 and my RingConn Gen 2 Air batteries last about twice as long as my Oura ring before they need to be recharged. The standard RingConn Gen 2 is advertised to last about 10 to 12 days without a charge, while the Gen 2 Air's battery life is being advertised as a slightly shorter 10 days. But honestly, after a few months of testing these, I've seen them both last closer to 2 weeks. It's super impressive. The standard RingConn Gen 2 also includes the nicest smart ring charger I've seen so far. It's fully portable and can hold a charge for a few months, while the RingConn Gen 2 Air's charger is just kind of super basic, and it's only going to work while plugged in. So if you travel a lot or just don't like dealing with outlets and wires too often, that might be something to consider. Meanwhile, the features of these rings are almost identical with only one big difference. The app itself is pretty much the same for both rings, which is a good thing because RingConn's app is one of the easiest to use. It's just super simple, straightforward. The user interface makes it very easy for more casual users to just kind of jump right in and know what they're doing. Without being too tech savvy, you can pretty quickly jump right in to check your sleep, activity, or stress scores, or vital signs like your heart rate, blood oxygen levels, HRV, and so on. If she asked, this is probably the smart ring I would recommend to my own mom, solely because of how simple and easy to use the app is. But of course, more tech-savvy athletes and biohackers can still dive deep down that health data rabbit hole to find the deep analytics that they're looking for. I'm not going to go super deep into RingConn's app and trackable metrics in this video because I've already done that pretty deep in another video. But if you do stick around till the end, I will direct you over to that video in just a few minutes. And for what it's worth, after wearing both rings at the same time on different fingers on the same hand, the weekly scores that I got pretty much consistently averaged out to be almost exactly the same. And this is really great. I was happy to see this because it tells me that not only are RingConn's data measurements consistent, but also the RingConn Gen 2 Air is just as accurate as the RingConn Gen 2 standard version, even while costing $100 less. Both rings also just started offering AI-powered custom health plans designed to help you reach your personal goals. There's really only one major feature that's missing from the RingConn Gen 2 Air that's present in the standard RingConn Gen 2, and it's actually a really cool one because RingConn is the first and only smart ring company to implement it so far, and that is the sleep apnea monitoring. This feature does exactly what it sounds like it does. You run the program for 3 nights in a row and it uses your sleep data, blood oxygen levels, and movement to detect any sleep abnormalities that might indicate you're experiencing sleep apnea or an obstructed airway overnight. Now, while this probably isn't a feature everybody needs to use all the time, every week, I know that I wanted to try it at least once just to know that my brain is getting enough oxygen and not unknowingly being deprived of oxygen for a third of my life while I sleep. To me, that peace of mind was worth the extra $100, but it may not be as important to you. So, when all is said and done, which RingConn Gen 2 model is best for you? Well, first off, no matter which one you get, remember to check down below to find the best discounted price on either ring and to support the channel at the same time, which I always appreciate. But I would say start with your color choice. If you know you want matte black or rose gold, then the standard Gen 2 is really your only option right now. But if you're flexible on the color, you pretty much just need to decide what's more valuable to you. $100 cash, or a few extra days of battery life, a portable charger, and sleep apnea monitoring. That's it. I told you it'd be easy. But if you want a deeper look at RingConn's app and everything it tracks, you're probably going to want to watch this video right here. Yeah, give it a little clicky.